retire this exercise. I hate this shoulder shrug. One of the main reasons I don't like the shoulder shrug is because it just overemphasizes our upper traps, and we overwork our upper traps already. But before we get into that, as always, I think it's important to understand what is the function of the muscle, what are the function of the traps, so you understand why you're overworking your upper traps. Your traps are broken down into three basic parts: upper, mid, lower. What your upper traps want to do is it wants to pull up and around. What your mid traps want to do is retract back. What your lower traps want to do is depress down. So when you're just doing these shoulder shrugs, you're only really hitting these upper traps. And for a lot of people, your upper traps get overworked already, especially if you're not executing other workouts properly. I've seen when people do lateral raises, they're overusing their upper traps. When people are doing tricep push down, they're overusing their upper traps. Even when people are doing a row to hit their traps, they're still biasing a lot of that upper traps and their lumbar. But if you want a better video on how to do a wide row, please check out this video here. It might be very useful for you. But even if you're taking the gym out of it, the way we sit and stand with bad posture, that's overusing those upper traps. So when you see it, or maybe you've seen it, maybe yourself, when you sit down, you're like this. When you walk, you're hunched over. That's you overusing those upper traps. And the problem which happens when one muscle is too dominant, it creates an imbalance. And that is a major cause for a lot of injuries. So when your upper traps are too dominant and it's pulling everything forward, you're pushing your shoulders forward. So now your shoulders have to do more of the work. Not allowing your body to use those rotator cuffs, the stabilizers that can help protect your shoulders and other joints as well. You might not be feeling it, but when you're in this hunched over position, if you have it over exaggerated, you feel it even more, but you're actually pulling on your lower back. So it might not be agonizing pain, it just might be a very slight dull, but that means every movement you're doing when you're picking stuff up or just walking around, you're overusing that lower back, and eventually it's like, man, my lower back's starting to hurt. And this is why for my training or just basic movement, I think core and posture is so important for you to make sure you're improving your performance, but you're decreasing your chances of injury. So going back to the shoulder press, by you just working those upper traps and ignoring those other muscles, you are just over exaggerating that imbalance that most people have to fight against anyway, because we sit and stand with bad posture. Even though I think we should retire the shoulder shrug, I do want to show you a way for you to do it, but you're able to hit more of all of the traps and not just focusing on those upper traps. So with this exercise, we're just going to do a row, but we're not going to pull back with our hands. We're just going to focus on letting those traps do the work. So make sure you're comfortably positioned here. As we talked about, the upper traps want to protract forward. Mid traps want to retract back. Lower traps want to pull down. So the movement, you're looking to protract forward, retract and depress those shoulders down, and try and wrap back to squeeze. Feel that full retraction of your back. Upper traps, mid traps, lower traps. They're all going to get worked doing it this way. And if you have access to a T-bar row, you can do that same exercise on here. Same movement, protract forward, depress those shoulders, retract back. So hopefully you can see and compare now just doing the standing shoulder shrug, how you're only hitting that one muscle, but now doing it on an incline bench or on a T-bar row, now you're able to work all of those trap muscles, not just the upper, but you're able to work the mid and the lower as well, which is why I think this is a more effective workout, just to create that better physique look, because you don't want to have these big shoulders, big traps, but little shoulders just makes you look more narrow. And as a functional standpoint, so now, yes, your upper traps could be strong, your mid traps and lower traps could be strong, which can help improve your posture or making sure you're able to use those posterior muscles when you're going through movements to help prevent any injuries as well.